group chats. We're going to be doing some pre-orders to start. So if you've done a pre-order, the pre-orders always come up first. So welcome to the live, everybody. Nice to see you all. Good to have you here. And we'll probably have time also to do a collective read, which will be time-stamped at the end of the video. So we'll see how we go with that one. And what else? If you do come late to the lives and you don't want to miss out on the next live stream or super chat, you should do a pre-order so that you can basically get that in and it's done first, and you don't have to go searching for it and finding it, etc. So if you want to do that, do that. All right, everybody. Yeah, some of you said, oh, I can't find my pre-order and it's gone, and my super chat, etc. Can't find it, etc. But if you do a pre-order, you'll be able to find it because it'll be at the beginning. All right, everyone. So welcome everyone to the live. Hi, Venusian. How are you, my dear? Welcome back. Haven't seen you for a while. Good to see you. Okay. Has anyone used that ASTROLOGY app? I tried it, and the I just did it just for fun to see what the astrocartography map said, and it was just crap. Yeah, it was just totally incorrect. The lines were incorrect. The whole thing was just out of whack. Hi, Mimi. How are you, my dear? Hi, Nikki. Hi, hola, amor. Okay, so I'm going to pull up the super chats, the pre-orders. And if you do want to do a live donation, you can go onto my website, AMIRA'S.com, or do a super chat question down below on the $sign. Okay, got a few super chats here to do. I've got Trish in Seattle. She wanted to mention that she bought a super chat from me about a year ago and didn't give much information, but she literally told me the initials of my lover, and everything that you said turned out to be true. Thank you very much. I appreciate your gifts. Thank you so much, Trish. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much for the feedback. Okay. You'd like to know what a relationship holds in regards to MC. He doesn't seem to be 100% present for various reasons. Yeah, I feel like with him, due to the health issues, and maybe if he's still thinking about his ex or is still wondering about his ex, I would just say that that's 2 red flags there. You know, like, people need to sort themselves out before they get into any sort of relationship or make an effort to get into a relationship. So I would say that's 2 red flags. But let's have a look and see what you should do regarding moving forward. And you've been married twice, so let's have a look at the 3rd marriage partner. And the beauty of doing a pre-order is that I can also have a look at your astrology. Okay, well, you've got a Jupiter-ruled 3rd marriage partner. So I would say that the next one will be a lucky one. And you might have to approach them because you've got Jupiter in Aries, or you might meet them through doing something adventurous, something outdoorsy, adventurous, even something like at the gym, working out, something to do with fitness, boxing classes or fitness classes, or something adventurous, like if you've always wanted to do some sort of adventurous sport, then that could actually be there. Or taking some sort of adventure. That could also be going, you know, on a trip somewhere that you haven't been on, or doing a bucket list type of situation, trip, that type of thing. You might meet somebody on that. You could join a singles group in your area, or a singles travel group even. And that might be where you could meet somebody as well. I do feel like the next person's going to be, and if you don't meet them in that capacity, you could meet them online, something like Match.com, some sort of more serious type of dating site. Match.com, for example. And if you don't meet them under those circumstances, then the person themselves will be quite sporty. They could be quite athletic. They might be quite direct. You could meet them in your local neighborhood as well, because the ruler of your third marriage house goes to your third house, which is local neighborhood, local area. Let's have a look and see for local area. Oops, I'm going to turn that off. Okay, let's have a look and see. Oh, thank you, Venusian. I truly appreciate that. Okay. What's going on with... Let me ask about this MC guy. I kind of feel like it's a no. Yeah, I feel like he's stuck. He's stuck from you achieving your wishes and goals. He's also got some financial issues as well, or he might be still, you know, he might not be very generous, or he could be stuck with some sort of financial obligations. Could be related to his health, could be related to his ex, or something like that. Let me do a pendulum on that one. Okay. It's saying it's a, you could pursue him. It's a yes, but I wouldn't get completely wrapped up into his stuff. Also, if his issues are chronic, I don't know. I'm just not getting that it's really your problem. And the problem with Cancerian women is that they get, you know, too involved with other people's problems. Okay, let's see who the next marriage partner is and how, any information we need to know about this person. Okay, so it could be on a trip. It could be that this person, yeah, it could be, I don't know if you're thinking of moving or going somewhere. There's also a country setting. I'm getting like France, Italy, somewhere beautiful, somewhere where there's grapes or vineyards. Yeah, you might meet somebody on a trip still. So I know that in some cities there are singles groups, that like single travel groups, because people like to get together and travel together as a group. So I kind of feel like that could be a good way of meeting someone. And they should have some sort of meetups. Just a second. They should have some sort of meetups as well. I'm getting an A initial and a C initial. I know they're my initials, but getting an A and a C. So it's unusual. Okay, somebody very loyal, determined. They might also like dogs, or be into dog walking or pets in general. They might like walking dogs or being out there. And you've got the husband there as well. So it's following your higher kind of knowledge, your wisdom keeper. So it's following your higher self and saying, okay, well, you know, do I really, what do I really feel drawn to? And if you feel like you want to take some trips, go on some singles trips, go on some singles, you know, depending on what trips you do. There's a lot of singles groups out there that travel. There's also singles cruises if you like cruising, especially out of the States. But if you want to meet somebody more local, I would join a local travel group for you. If you are moving somewhere, because the Chariot is moving, you could actually meet somebody once you've moved. Yeah, there's a singles group on Facebook for cruises, singles cruises, and they tell you the tips and tricks, like which ones to go on, which ones not to go on, because there's some cruises that are really dominated by families and couples. Okay, so I'm seeing that there could be a potential move for you. I don't know why, but anyway, I feel like there's a potential move. And if it's not a move, you might be thinking about retirement or thinking about where you're going to move at some point, and that could be where this person is. You might even be thinking about going more to a country part of Washington State somewhere. That's where this person might be too. There's sort of some sort of nature around the person. So I hope that helps. Trisha, I hope that helps. Okay. Yeah, so go for a husband and not these people who just want to be helped and kind of rescued and helped and propped up, you know. Go for somebody with some substance. Okay, let's have a look at MJ. MJ's back. She's been working a lot. She says hi to everybody. Okay. The first question is about co-worker. Okay. I mean, that's really weird, like your boss saying if there's any altercations, you're going to fire the first person. That makes it the problem. Are you going to be fired first? I don't think so. I don't really feel like anyone's going to get fired. I feel like somehow you're just going to avoid this person. Yeah. Or she might be the one that gets fired. So maybe if you just avoid her or ignore her, if she's really not working out for you and she's impossible to work with, just ignore her, and she might go and complain that you've been ignoring her, and then she's going to get fired. Yeah, you'll come to some realization about it. You're making the most out of it as well, MJ. So I feel like, if anything, you'll go on your own if you do go anywhere, but I don't see you going anywhere anytime soon. I do feel like you're going to come up with some new ideas. And, you know, too bad if they're jealous about you. Too bad. You know, it's not your problem either. You know, it's really not your problem. And I don't understand what the resentment's got to do with. Why would she have a resentment towards you? You know, it's nothing to do with you. I feel like it's her own problems and her own stuff. Yeah, so if anything, you're going to get more money and a pay rise or a promotion coming up. Okay, now the other one is with R, so let's have a look at him. It's a lot of, you know, toing and froing with this person. There's a lot of like energy here on hold, toing and froing. I do feel like you've got a nice connection with him. Around August could be the time that that you have a more momentum with him, so that could be good. I don't know. I kind of feel like he may or may not be around for very long. I don't know why. I'm sorry to say that, but it's either him or it's your husband. Yeah, I kind of feel like I feel somebody's going to pass. I'm sorry to say that, but I feel like somebody's going to pass. I don't know who it is, but there's some sort of passing. And I think that's why you've been kind of waiting, holding and waiting, sort of waiting for something to happen. And just working and getting that done. Okay, the next question from MJ is, trip to Madrid, how will it go? I feel it's going to go pretty well. I feel like 80% you're going to be satisfied with it. I'm getting 80%. You'll be satisfied with it. You've been in two minds about it. You've kind of been thinking, oh, you know, is it worth it? Should I? Shouldn't I? I feel like you're actually going to quite enjoy going there, and it's going to be a breath of fresh air, or something new, something different, something exciting, and something to mix up, you know, mix up your particular, you know, situation, your lifestyle or your situation. It's going to kind of mix things up. You might even meet somebody there that you're like, yeah. Or you might even feel like you want to go and live there. I know that's a bit of a reach, but you might even feel like you want to go and live there. You might kind of fall in love with the country, or want to go and live there, or something like that. You could even get some opportunity over there, actually, in your sector. It could be to do with beauty as well. It could be something to do with beauty. I think I've had this for you before, but we haven't actually seen the place yet. So it might be something that you are, you know, going to look into at some point in time. Just like you're waiting for something to happen where you are. It's like a waiting game. You're waiting for something to shift. It's like it hasn't shifted. You're waiting for it to shift. You feel like time's ticking, and what are you doing? You want your freedom, and you want to have fun, and you want to go out on dates, and you want somebody who's powerful. You want a man who's powerful and is that you have a strong connection with. So I kind of feel like until that person shows up, you know, you're just going to keep on doing what you're doing. But I would say, yeah, just do whatever you can do in the meantime with what you have, and then see how things go from there. It could be this guy. It could be R. It could be him. Yeah. It might be him that plays out in the end. Okay. Okay, Fabienne. Let's have a look at Fabienne. Sorry if I put I shouldn't say your name, sorry. Sometimes I forget people's usernames. Okay. You're considering going to a spiritual retreat in April. Okay. Should you go or not? A substance spiritual retreat. So let's have a look. Thanks for the likes on arrival, everyone. Let's have a look for Goddess 33. Let's have a look. It's giving me a yes on that one. It's saying yes, but it's really up to you. I'm kind of getting a very neutral vibe about it. Like, it's sort of like, is it really necessary? Because I kind of feel like you're on track anyway. You've got options and choices. You might feel like it's helping you move forward, but you're looking at finances as well. And you might make a snap decision at the end, like closer to the time. You might not decide until kind of the last minute. It could go either way, I feel. I feel like it's a 50-50, even though it's saying it's kind of okay to go. It's giving me a 50-50 about your decision about going in the end. Okay, now let's have a look at the Next one for F. Seeing what's happening in the building. What will the new managing company do, if anything? What will the new management company do, if anything? It could be just settled somehow. It's like something closes out, like something is finished. They might throw it out or finish it, but then there's stress coming up out of it. Let me just check. Will you have to pay these people back? It's giving me a no. I think there's other people in the same boat as you. I feel like there's sort of like other people who have been affected as well. I kind of get it being thrown out. I'm just getting the words thrown out. So I don't know how, when and where, but yeah, I would just keep on going with the path that you're on with the action, the legal action. All right. Okay, so we've done the pre-orders. Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Truly appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Venusian. How are you? Mimi, Mystique, Fiamma, Oaksy, Glenife, Ola, Texas Tammy, Mystique. How are you, my dear? LB, Lotus Lily, welcome. Okay. Hello from Costa Rica, Mimi. How are you? How is it down there? Have you moved down there? Now, I think Venusian did a Cash App. Let's do that one first, so we get that out of the way as well. Okay, before we do the pre-orders in order. Oh, how wonderful. Going to Cancun in May. Very nice. I think that's a good one. Yeah, Leos love to go to resorts. They love to have fun. They love hot places. Is he a serious candidate? Okay. Yeah, I feel like he's going to come through with some sort of offer for you. There is an offer about working on something together, working on a relationship, working on something together. I'm going to do a pendulum on it. Is C from Houston a serious candidate? Yeah, I'm getting he's pretty serious. I wouldn't like rush into anything, but just let him show you his cards, you know, show you his true colors. Yep. Oh, you're becoming a travel agent too. Oh, how fantastic. That's a good idea. Yeah, Venusian, that's a great idea. Really good idea. That could really work because there's a lot of scope in that, and you can have like group events where people can come together, and you could even set up like a singles like travel travel club or something. And I bet you get lots of takers. Yeah. You could do different age groups and things like that. Considering you're in Florida, not in Florida, in Arizona. There's a lot of retirees there. So you could do like one for the older ones, one for the younger ones. Okay. That's a really good idea, Venusian. I like that. Yeah, it's very positive. Going to make some good connections. Hi, Oaksy. Okay, Fiamma's number 1. Here we go with Fiamma. How are you, my dear? Thank you for the 10. Truly appreciate it. Planning to go to Portugal, Lisbon to apply for work and hopefully land a sponsorship. Is this May a good time frame? Any guidance and advice? Okay. Is there any way to try to get a sponsorship before you go there? Because the bureaucracy in Portugal is really tenuous and slow. It's very bureaucratic. Fiamma in Portugal, what do the cards hold? Okay, trying to make it happen. It could be sort of like somebody that gets very stuck on you. It could be a love situation. I feel like there could be some love interest, love situation. There could be, looks to me like a King of Pentacles here. And you've got the immigration card, which is the Knight of Rods. So I do feel like it's going to go pretty well. Yeah, you've got generosity, you've got contracts and agreements. So I feel like yes, I feel like it's a yes. Any guidance from whoever is watching out for you? I don't know, I'm just being drawn to do a lucky charm for you. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got summer, 2, T, 6, 11. O or a 0, 2, Pisces, March, Taurus, Virgo, April. You're going to get really clear by, I feel, the end of April, what's going on. Tony, I don't know, I'm getting Me Too movements. You don't want that. Just be careful as well. I'm not saying that to scare you or anything, but just be careful. Tony. There could be a Tony, Antonio, Tony, Tommy. Something like that. Okay. They don't have a lot of, they don't pay very well in Portugal either for, you know, local salaries. So it might be better to work remotely if you can. I don't know why I'm getting the UK for you. It's popping up. As well. But I feel like it could be more romantic than career focused for whatever reason. You might meet someone who will help you or will be of interest. Okay. Hi, Mystique. How are you? Thank you for the 20. What to expect in April to April? Good question. What to expect from April to April? Hi, Mystique. How are you, love? Yeah, remote work would be better, Fiamma. Yeah, definitely. April to April for Mystique. What's going on? Congratulations, Venetian. Got your startup going. Good for you. Good for you. That was like a push in the right direction. Yeah, that took a lot of effort, I feel, but it finally did work. Okay. Mystique. April to April. Let's have a look for you. Okay, legal matters being resolved. I feel like there's some legal contract, legal matters being resolved, coming to you in April. Something legal being offered to you. Could be an offer of a lease, an offer of a job, some sort of contract. April, May. June looks like it's romantic. So if you are going to Vegas, you might get a job offer there and then start having fun in June. July looks like you've got everything pretty much sorted out. July and August looks like things are kind of moving in a good direction. You feel like luck is on your side as well in August. Things are moving in the right direction. There could definitely be a love interest or a relationship, serious relationship, person, situation by September. Anywhere from June to September. Then October, I feel like you're going to start to get your spiritual business up and running, or it's going to be, you're going to have more of a direction with it, or you're going to feel more like you are being called to go in a specific direction with it, and you'll take off in a direction with it in November, December. And January looks like you're going to get an offer of a marriage, a contract, something good coming in. I'm getting the word joint finances, March, and something very harmonious financially happening for you around that time. Yeah. And we've got April is the King of Pentacles, so there you go. Yeah, I feel like it could be the King of Pentacles, an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Thank you for that, Mystique. Tammy, your daughter's wedding was perfect like you predicted. Oh, fantastic, Tammy. I'm glad it went well. Hi, Lotus Lily from the UK. How are you? Just post an advert for your product on social media. Have I pitched it in the right way, or can it be improved? Okay. I feel like it's going to take a little bit of time, but then it's going to take off. That was a great spread, yeah. I feel like it's going to take time, but it's going to take off kind of quickly in one hit. Like, it might take a little bit of time and then boom, it's going to take off. Yeah, I feel like you have pitched it in the right direction. You've taken a leap of faith and you're going to see the results, I feel. I don't know, I'm getting Easter, so it could even be as soon as Easter, which is towards the middle of April, middle to the end of April. I feel like you've done everything you can. You might tweak it as you go along, but I feel like at the moment you're going to run it out as it is. Okay, LB, how are you, my dear? Got a question. Thank you for the 5. Just trying to find your question. Oh, there we are. Will anything happen to your education position in the future with the new government education shutdown, department shutdown? Oh. Let's see. There's a stall. I feel like stalling, stalemate. Things are going to just be status quo for the moment. Like things are just going to continue. You've got good money here. partnership, relationship, reliability coming together. It's like you're going to focus more on relationship. So you're looking really good. You've got really good cards. You're going to have choices and decisions to make about where you're going to put your money. But I feel like you're okay for the moment. Yeah, I feel like everything's okay. Okay, Mystique back again. Thank you for the 10. What can I expect when you go to Vegas first week of April? Love, job, place to stay, business, etc. Okay. Let's have a look for Mystique. What to expect in April. What to expect from Vegas. I don't know. I feel like you're going to get everything set up. This is what I'm seeing. I feel like you're going to get everything set up, like all your ducks lined up. And then in the summertime, that's when you're going to have fun. Like you're going to get everything set up first and then you're going to have fun. I see you going to like parties, going out, enjoying yourself, maybe going to casinos, going to pool parties. I'm seeing pool parties around you. Change is in the air, yes. Peace and serenity. You're going to feel like a breath of fresh air. You've got some fears here, but I feel like legalities are there. Underneath, you've got legalities. I think you're going to get offered something for sure, and then you're going to feel like you're definitely moving in the right direction. There will be offers of accommodation and I feel job as well. Okay. Hi Glenifa, how are you? Thank you for the 10. Hola Amira, going to the singles event tomorrow. Will I meet someone? You know, at the moment, Venus is in retro. I think still in Mercury in retro. It's not a great time to meet somebody new, but it's okay. Like, I wouldn't let it stop you if you've got nothing else to do. Yeah. Hi Biddy Things, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Do a shout out where you're from. I think I know where you are. Yeah. Glenife. Going to a singles event tomorrow. I feel like it's good for you to practice flirting. That's what I'm getting. And it's going to help you move on. It's saying to be patient, the right person will come in. Don't be impatient. It's saying that the right person will come in. It's good to start, you know, get the ball rolling, meet people. I do feel like you're going to have the right person come in. I feel like it could be an Aries, Taurus or Capricorn, or somebody who is a boss or in charge of something. It could be the older gentleman at work. Yeah. Yep. Could be. Yeah, definitely. He might ask you what you're doing and you might tell him you're going to a singles event and just see what he says. I kind of wouldn't push it with him 100%, like, but I would just be not, you know, nice, kind and smiling. Yeah, I wouldn't push it too much with him. I feel like he needs to come around. But the energy of you going off and, you know, going to singles events shifts your energy. So if anyone is around you and attracted to you, they're going to come forward. Hi Fiamma, thank you for the 5. I'm helping someone get out of a terrible situation, have teamed up with someone to help. Any guidance is appreciated. What will happen to this person? Any guidance? I feel like they'll be safe, and I feel like it's going to be quick, whatever that means to you. I feel like it's safe, they're going to be safe, and it's going to be quick. You might be careful about your money around it, like how much you spend or kind of invest in it or something like that. but I feel like it's going to be quick and they're going to be safe. Excuse me. Okay. Oaksy, how are you, my dear? Thank you for the 10. Will the person I report take another job in spring, summer? If so, will I take her position? How will your career play out this year? Okay. I don't know, I'm kind of getting spitefulness with her. So I kind of feel like, or the other person, yeah, I feel like there could be some spitefulness. So she finds out that you report her, she might be spiteful and stay. So you are going to go off in a direction and a journey that's going to be good. If you do anything, it's going to be cunning and you're going to think it through properly. Messages and news emerging. Messages and news emerging. Changes in the air, yes. You've got messages also from spirit, somebody in spirit around you trying to help you out. You've got also the moon, which is change as well. Will this person leave in the spring, summer? Strong possibility, yes. Yes. Okay, Tammy, how are you? Thank you for the 20. Pull a card for April to September, teaching, contract, work. Strange, nothing's happened, Tammy. Like, nothing's happened. With the right job, the right thing. Maybe it's just timing. And you just needed to get the wedding out of the way. April to September. Okay, I'm getting the words going where the grass is green. Sometimes the grass is not greener on the other side, but there could be a position that pays more. It could be a private college, a private school. April to September for Tammy. Okay. Yeah, it's like you feel like there's not enough money where you are, and you don't like that fact. You're going to look at your options and choices, definitely around July. There's another offer coming in August. You may or may not take it, but I think September you're going to be off and running in a new direction. I feel like there's going to be a change there for you in September. You're also going to be looking at where you want to live and how you want to live. That's going to come up first. So I feel like when you decide when you're going to live and how you're going to live, that's kind of going to be the turning point for your decision moving forward. Anything else for Tammy for work? Change is in the air. Resourcefulness with the bear and wisdom keep. You're going to really tap in and tune into something. Stability and security. You're going to go where you feel like you're more stable and secure. That's going to give you the best contract. You've got a man here as well helping you from the other side, pushing you in the right direction. There could also be an inheritance coming in as well with some, through someone or with someone, and sometimes you can receive an inheritance before somebody passes. They could just decide to give you something prior to them passing. So that could come into play as well. But I feel like once you've decided where you want to live and how you want to live, moving forward for this next sort of phase, I feel like that is going to be the turning point of any new offers coming in. I'm getting private coming up, private college, private situation. And greener grass, yeah. It could be literally somewhere that has green grass. I know that it's fairly green around Austin, but I don't know. Oh, you've always felt that your partner isn't in the US, Fiamma. Yeah, I understand. You're planning to go down there in June to possibly stay, Mystique. Yeah, you check it out in spring break and see what the vibe is. You know, it's gonna, there'll be momentum behind it or not, you know. Hi Elaine, how are you? Thank you for the 5. What's going to happen with Jess and Lauren? I think she's going to get a sponsorship. Why am I getting that? I feel like she's going to be interviewed by someone interesting, like Rogan, like some big podcast or something like that. She might even get her own podcast going, the Breakfast Club radio show. She might end up doing her own podcast. I'm getting that could be blacklisted from somewhere, but she's going to get money. She's going to do something that's surprisingly interesting. So she might get a sponsorship or money from this, but she might end up doing her own podcast. Yep. Thanks, Elaine. Thank you, thank you. Okay, Jerry. Coming down to you soon, Jerry. How's things going? All right. Fiamma first. My dog is so smart. I wish we could have a real conversation. He's got a lot of love for you, that's for sure. And I just got the message he's breathing the same air that you breathe. I know that's a weird sort of message, but he's sort of like really, is he really in your face? Like he just is in your face a lot. He's breathing the same air. Yeah, he feels like he's human. And he wants to be treated like that as well. I don't know. He's got a funny sense of humor. Yeah, he's on point. He could be trained more to be even smarter. So you might even end up doing something that goes viral on social media, like with dogs. Yeah. There's one dog I saw on a reel that was riding a skateboard, this stubborn dog. What was it? Some sort of a hound. Yeah. Was riding a skateboard. Yeah, there's a lot of funny things dogs and cats do as well. Yeah, he's breathing the same air. You can see her getting blacklisted, Elaine, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I feel like he wants to be seen. I feel like this dog wants to be seen and heard, but he's very intense, like he's kind of locking eyes with you. It's very intense, but he'd like to take it to the next level. So if you go to Portugal, I presume you're going to have to take him with you. You will take him with you. Okay. You could do those, if you're in the States in a cold place, you could do those buttons that they press and they learn to talk to you through buttons. If you've seen that on TikTok or otherwise. Like the cats press the buttons. Some dogs do as well, so you could do that. That's how he could communicate. They do that. Hi Biddy Things, how are you, my dear? Welcome back. Your following is growing on TikTok. Will my social media hobby turn into a career in the future? You received your first payout. You'll be able to spend more time with your kids. Okay. Well, you've always had a good thing with social media when you've done it. Jerry, yeah. You've always had a good thing with social media when you've done it. And you're welcome to post your social media handle down. He's a German Shepherd and I will take him with me. Oh, wow, that's so cute. Yeah, well, he might want to be like a working dog. You know, German Shepherds are working dogs. They want to do something of meaning, you know. You're welcome to put your handle for your TikTok below, Biddy Things, if you want. Will it turn into a career? Will you be able to spend more time with your kids? Let's have a look. Got the Sun, yes. Somebody might offer you something and you're going to say no. It's like somebody might offer you a deal and you might say no. You've got more time with your kids, yes, coming up. And I do feel like your husband is also going to help you. He's going to be there as well. I don't know if he's going to be involved or more involved or there. That's also how his music might get sort of seen as well. I do see more money coming into the family through this and victory coming out of it. So that's a yes from me. And more time with the kids, yes. Thank you, thank you. Hi, Mystique. I just got the word for you, Holly Hobby, and I know that's a weird thing. It used to be a doll. So I don't know if there's somebody who was kind of alive in the 80s that might have passed, who might have had a lot of hobbies and interests, or was into dolls, or was into some sort of quilting or patchwork or making things, like sewing things, making dolls, but it wasn't just sewing generally, it was sewing something specific. What was Holly Hobby famous for? It was a doll. 1944. So it could be somebody who was born like in the 40s or 50s. Something creative though. There's a creative link there for you, Mystique, with that. Something creative like drawing your own things, doing your own hobbies, doing something creative. Okay, you're thinking about doing channeled reads on your lives. You've done it once and it was spot on. You're so nervous. Well, I don't think you're that nervous. Like, you seem to be quite confident when it comes to your TikToks, etc. I think, why not? Why don't you give it a go? I think you'll get, you know, people, you know, there's a lot of people who are doing quite well with their lives on TikTok. You definitely get guidance from spirit, and also you'll be very happy doing it and wishes coming true. So I feel like, you know, you feel like you're upsetting the apple cart by doing it, maybe to do with your family or something else, but you could do it when you feel more free and not so much, you could try it, start it now, like start doing it now, but you might do it like later, more later. Oh, that's nice, bitty things, yeah. Your husband pushes you to keep going. Yep. Oh, you've seen the buttons, yeah. Well, he might want like a proper job. Like he'd be quite good at Fiamma. He'd be quite good at working in border security or something like that. Like he might want a proper job, but he might be too old now, so you might have to work something out. Also, that's a cute name. He's looking at you in the morning because he wants something to happen. Yeah, I feel like he's got a lot of energy and he wants things to happen. I think he wants like a proper job. So maybe get him a job, like maybe do like some videos or something, put him on social media. Maybe that's his job. Tricks and things like that. Most welcome, Mystique. Most welcome. You're welcome, yeah. I think if you've got time, why don't you just do it now? Yeah, like just start it off and do it now and just go when you can. I mean, there's a lot of people that just go on a lot, they're on a lot of the time doing all sorts of things. All right, is there any last calls, anybody? We'll do a last call. I think the live's been pretty smooth today. Thank you for joining, everybody. I truly appreciate it. And I hope you're all going to have a great weekend. Above Fiamma, where is it? I did yours before. I did yours after the pre-orders. Was there another question? I did yours first after the pre-orders. Was there a second question? Above the dog question. Oh, okay, got it. Is there anything special brewing for me? Could you use the coffee cup? Oracle, yes. Anything special brewing for Venusian? Let's have a look. I'm getting like MA initial or a location. Marigold. I'm getting like Mar-Lago. I know that's some people don't want to hear that. That could be just significant of Florida. Got an old man pop out, so there could be an older gentleman that has money that's coming in around you, or somebody who's coming into an inheritance, some sort of money. I do feel like you might go somewhere, Venusian. You might go somewhere. I feel like this travel business might take you somewhere else, to a state where you want to be. That would be good. I mean, if you get involved in cruising, you might end up in Florida. Success, pride. Okay, beautiful. Strength and success with a lion, being on top of your game, and you're going to change something. Something big is going to change. Okay. Something big is going to change. Oh, you won a trip. Congratulations. That's awesome. So you're manifesting that. Excellent, excellent. Just 1 second, guys. I'm going to come back in a second. That's fantastic, Megs. Really, really fantastic. Well done. Well done. Welcome, family. I like reading for pets. Yeah, it's one of my favorite things. Good night, Elaine. Good night. Okay, Mima. Above the dog question, just double check. We've got that done. Yeah, you've got success coming up, Megs. You've got success here. You've got the eye of protection underneath as well. And also the groom here. So I feel like there's a man coming in who's got money, who's going to help you. As well as doing your own thing. I feel like this travel business is really extremely positive for you, successful. Everyone wants to travel, and a lot of people don't like to travel alone. Okay. You come up with some ideas to do with that. All right. Hi, Mima. How are you? Thank you for the 10. Did you put your question in? I didn't get a question, Mima, but you can put a question in. All right. Pisces moon, thank you, thank you. What do you need to know right now? Good question. It's on the top of the super chat, okay? It didn't come in, it was somehow locked. You might want to just put it in again. Just write it down, maybe in two different chats. Maybe just break it down. I'll do Pisces moon and come back to you. It's not there. Yeah, it's not there. Just reword it. Yeah, good idea. Thanks, Venusian. Okay, let's have a look. What do you need to know right now, Pisces moon? What's going on? Let's have a look for you. Okay. You might get a job or money or feel better, be able to work or have more money coming in. You've also got a boss here. You've been really being very patient. Things have been delayed. You've really been very patient. You're going to have some good news regarding money or finances. Something good is going to kind of start moving forward. And I do feel it might be in April, more in April than in March. Let me pull another card. I feel like by Christmas this year, things are going to be your whole life is going to be quite different. That's what I'm seeing. I've got Ocean and the Bear, resourcefulness, strength, and distance and journey. So I do feel like there will be a move or a trip somewhere for your own survival and power. So it could be that your mother set something up, or even if she doesn't move with you, she might do a Section 8 for you or something like that. That could work. And there'll be some new opportunities and possibilities popping in around it. Your mother wants things to be better for you than they are. So I do feel like somebody's going to help. There's going to be some assistance here coming in. Could also be government assistance. It could be family assistance or something like that. There's definitely more assistance coming in. Oh, that's awesome, Venusian. You get to choose between Mexico, Hawaii, Canada, Colombia, and other cities. So you chose Mexico. Welcome, Pisces Moon. Yeah, I feel like things have been very slow and somehow they're going to start moving. Yeah, Mima, just reword your question. Or email me. Oh, Mexico's with a TikTok agency. So where are you going to go for your free trip? You're going to go to Florida? You're going to go to Miami or something? You could go anywhere. Colombia, Canada, Hawaii. Yeah, good. Hawaii would be good. Hawaii is expensive, so that would be worth going. Okay, email me. Email me then. Oh, sorry, that's Amira, the second part. All you have to do is pay for the fees, tax and flight. Just a love reading. Okay. Well, that's a lot to pay for. Yeah, so you don't want to go too far from where you are. So maybe Mexico or Hawaii would be a good choice. Maybe Hawaii. And that way you can say that you've been to Hawaii, you've checked the energy. Love reading for Mima. Love reading for Mima. What's going on with love, interests? Okay, working hard. You might be working too much, getting too exhausted. Something definitely could be happening in and around July. Love interest. I'm getting a G initial, like a Gary Glenn. Could be somebody who's born under the sign of Cancer as well. Sun, Moon, or Rising. You feel like you need to change your patterns. The doors are opening. There might be a lot of energy that you put into the family. And you're looking at your finances and where they're going. So there could be some sort of changes you're making about where you're putting your money. Because it looks like you're working a lot. Yeah. You might even meet somebody at work. Well, they could be in banking and finance. That's just put that out there. Oh, Myrtle Beach was an option. Okay. Yeah, maybe look at what cheap flights there are. I know there's a lot of people that go to Hawaii at certain times of the year, either in winter or summer, maybe in the spring. Might be a good idea to go, because it might be sort of off season after spring break, or even during spring break. I don't think spring break Hawaii is a big destination for college students for spring break for some reason. I don't think they go there, do they, a lot. They go more to Mexico, or they go to Miami or Florida or the Keys. Oh, you have 18 months to use a voucher. Okay. I think you'll get a really cheap flight. You might even get a flight with points or something. Yeah, you might get a flight with points. Or somebody might pay for the ticket. Why don't you get someone to pay for the ticket and everything? And you've got the trip locked away. Is that through the travel business? You won the trip through the travel business, or a random prize? It's good to hear that you win a prize. Yeah, maybe Chris. Yeah, definitely. Leos love going to nice places like resorts and stuff like that. Hawaii is definitely a Leo place for sure. It's worth checking Hawaii if you've got accommodation, because it's expensive over there. So if you've got a resort already paid for and whatever else, I'm sure that you'll pick the right spot and get the inclusions. Okay, he's a firefighter. Oh, wow. Yeah. Maybe he's got a bit of Aries in him or something with Mars. Aries, Scorpio. Can also be something to do with firefighting. Any last calls, anyone? Oh, Mars in Leo. There you go. Fire. More fire. Well, he probably likes going somewhere where there's water. So he's going with you to Cancun. Excellent. That's going to be good. Yeah, Venus in Cancer. Yeah, he loves the water probably. How's your son doing in Florida, Mystique? I feel like he's just focusing on work. Trying to focus on work. All right, we'll be closing after Mystique and then we'll be gone. He's just trying to focus on himself, on his physique. He could also be focusing on work, money, options, getting some, trying to work harder. He might feel like, it's not that easy either. Oh, power walking, excellent. That's great, Mystique. Yeah, I feel like he's focusing on himself. He's focusing on his energy. He's focusing on his physique and working and trying to get more money and work out. So, yeah, and just that could be why he's stressed out, because he's lost his job. Yeah. Okay, cool. He's got another job already. Yeah. No, I feel like he's on point. He's doing what he has to do. Yeah. All right, everyone. Lots of love and blessings moving forward. I hope you all had a great time. And yeah, if you want to send me a pre-order for the next super chat, please go ahead and do that. Oh, you're multitasking, mistake. Yeah. Lots of love and blessings, everybody. Oh, I might do a yeah, last time I did a collective on the live, it was difficult to cut it, so I might do it separately. All right, everybody, take care. Lots of love. All the best. Ciao for now. Thanks, Venusian, for your moderation. Thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Have a nice spring equinox. You too. Excellent.